Level start. Immediately Espresso goes back towards the tail of the field, and the favourite leads early, Northwood Plume. Narrowly though from Love Dance, Euphoria will head the pair of them, and going very quickly now is Momenti. And at the end of 300 metres, Euphoria, as Di takes a peep over the right side to ensure that he clears those on his inside, leads Euphoria from Momenti and Love Dance, Moment's Pleasure. A length the Lament caught out wide, and then Northwood Plume followed by Dodi Samila. Espresso the inside, and then Vida Dara, Ingenuity, and last of all is Boat. They swing to the back of the course, and the leader is Momenti, and past the 1400 has a lead of 2 lengths on Euphoria. 2 away third is Love Dance, followed by on the inside Moment's Pleasure from Lament. A length the Northwood Plume, followed by on the inside Dodi Samila. At a quarters the outside Vida Dara from Boat, and then Espresso, and Absolute is no Ingenuity as they race along past the 1,000 metres, and there's not a lot of change in the order now, and Momenti shows the way, and in fact they're right at the 1,000 pole now. And the leader is Momenti, about a length or so on Euphoria, inclined to pull a fraction. Third placing is Lament, followed by Love Dance, Moment's Pleasure on the inside. A length and a half to Northwood Plume, Dodi Samila the inside, and 2 to Vida Dara. Espresso the rails, Boat second last, and Absolute is Ingenuity. Travelling along the side, they haven't gone all that quickly, but now the leader starts to show a little bit of pace, Momenti. It's a length on Euphoria. Third is Lament, followed on the inside Moment's Pleasure. A gap then to Love Dance after a length. The Northwood Plume called upon by Oliver, followed by Dodi Samila, Vida Dara, Espresso. Ingenuity second last, and the Wes Aussie filly has dropped out last, and that is Boat. They straighten, and Di takes Euphoria to the lead. Here comes Oliver on the favourite Northwood Plume, stride by stride, bridging the gap. Vida Dara in third posse, but Northwood Plume race clear of Euphoria, and then Vida Dara, Moment's Pleasure, but Northwood Plume, Australia's top staying 3-year-old filly, is streaking clear of Vida Dara and Euphoria, and Northwood Plume back to the winner's stall. Northwood Plume has beaten Vida Dara and Euphoria, followed by Moment's Pleasure, Ingenuity, Dodi Samila, Lament, and then Momenti. Gap, Espresso, Love Dance, and Absolute was Boat.
Super Tab 1, the Northwood Plume at 95 and 60. 3 Vida Dara to return 1 even at number 7 for third Euphoria, 175.
Them convincingly. Vida Dara, number 3, ridden by G. Cooksley, has paid $2. And number 7, Euphoria, ridden by R.S. Dyer, has paid $3.40. They've run 2:2.91, so they've been pretty much around that time for the 2,000 metre races here this afternoon. The time is about 1.3 outside Slight Chance's race record, 34.21, the sectional time. And the winner by Military Plume from Couldn't Miss is trained by Lee Friedman for the Northwood Park Syndicate, managed by B&M Griffiths, and ridden by Damien Oliver, a Bay filly 3, and put $204,000 to her tally of $611,000, and she's getting close to the $1 million. Number 3, second, Vida Dara. She was beaten by, obviously, a better filly on the day by Chrysler from Vito Bay. She finds the line pretty well, this New Zealander, trained at Arwa Puny by J. Sargent, ridden by G. Cooksley. And 7, Euphoria, third, a Bay filly, 3, Marauding Joy and Fun, Clary Connors, Shane Dye. 10 ran 4th, Ingenuity, and number 8 was 5th, and that was Lament. Okay, 34.21 sectional time. Margins popping up now, 2 1/4 by a length and a half. 2 1/4 by a length and a half. And she'll probably start a pretty short priced favourite in the AJC Oaks coming up shortly, Northwood Plume. Race number 7 is the big one of the day, the Tui's Golden Slipper. And here, the reserves are out, Burrito and Arashi, 17.18. And the riding change on 6 Flying Spur is Glen Boss. Sydney Quinella has paid $6.20, no exacta or trifecta at the moment, as we're waiting on Northwood Plume to come back. Jeez.
Okay, let's update Brisbane race.
Strategic holds a firm call. He's around 3 years. He's a point shorter than his stablemate, one of them octagonal. And the third elect would be number 2, Our Maze K, followed by Zedrich, who's come in 1 point. Pardon me, opened up about 7's, got out to just under double figures, is in a point, and just under double figures is Ravada. And let's not forget Mill Rich. In fact, Mill Rich has now come in from just on double figures. She's come in 2 points in the ring. So she's around the 8-1 with Zedrich. So at longer odds, they have been specking Mill Rich. Shane Dye has already won 3 races here today. Light Up the World, Stony Bay, and Magic of Money, and of course Shane riding Millrich. And if he can take this one out, he'll be the winningest Golden Slipper jockey, having won it equally with Ron Quinton, 4 apiece. Shane on Terse, of course Burst, Canny Lad and Kortza, and Ron Quinton marauding Mars K, Sadappa and Rory's Jester. Okay, they're going on to the track now. We'll be hearing shortly from Ron Dufficy.
And the sub is number 1, Strategic. 2 into Develop Print Adelaide, 2 into Develop Print Adelaide. Let's go to Ron Dufficy with his thoughts on the big one, the Golden Slipper Stakes in Sydney.
They're on the track now for the 1995 Golden Slipper, and the most pleasing thing to report is not one of these runners has taken effect from the big crowd here and all the excitement of the occasion. They've all turned out magnificently well. Not one horse is sweating. The horse I like, I think most people have made up their mind by now, but the horse I like is number 3, Octagonal. He's a classy looking horse, and I think with any luck over the last 200 metres, he's going to be awfully hard to beat. The favourite, Strategic, punters have rallied to him. He's going to start favourite. A little bit shorter than the Tote Strategic at the moment, and he's absolutely sensational as usual. Just had to be dragged around the enclosure. He's that relaxed. Other horses here, Ravada looks extremely fit, the fittest horses in the race, and the best runners in the race, Millrich, a little bit of specking for Zedrich. The 2 Riches, they're probably off the longer price brigade, they're the firmers. But summing it up, I like 3 Octagonal, hardest to beat, 1 Strategic and 5 Ravada.
Right, Ron, still no minors Adelaide.
Okay, let's have a look at the update for race number 7 at Rose Hill. Number 1 Strategic, 5.20 and 3.10. These are Super Tab figures. Number 1 Strategic into favourite now at 5.20 and 3.10. It is the late male selection. 2 Almaze K, 12 and 4. 3 Octagonal, 6 and 280. 4 Principality, 9.60 and 2.70. 5 Ravada, 13 and 3.60. 6 Flying Spur, 19 and 6.10. 7 Daney Boy, 18 4.20. 8 Exclusive Halo, 17 4.10. 9 Zephyrs, 17 4.30. 10 Tuscany Flyer, 20 4.70. 11 Zedrich, 8 and 2.60. 12 Shaded, 67 and 14. 13 Furicao, 212 and 46. Number 14 Kidman's Cove, 96 and 17. Number 15 Millrich, 790 and 310, and 16 is Rustic Lady, 337 and 68. 1 311 selections, that's with $796,000 in the win pool, $463,000 in the place, and repeating Ian selections 1 311.
Good even line away, winning the start, Pace of Magic on the outside, likewise Bill O'Rourke. And
this is Rod Fuller from the National Racing Network. You're listening to Paul Langham on Triple S FM, The Good Sports.
Ian Craig now with the 1995 Golden Slipper Stakes.
Now Zedrich moving forward. First time that the Golden Slipper has been run as event 7 on the program, normally race 4. The Group 1, the 39th running of the Golden Slipper, worth $2 million, and the winning prize $1,222,500, plus of course trophies. Now Furicao is being led forward. Octagonal coming up. Unbeaten. Of course, Strategic has been first past the post on each occasion, but lost that race at Randwick due to the swab. Darren Beedman, having won a slipper as an apprentice on Inspired, goes forward on Strategic. Ravada about to come up, so Ravada, Millrich and the New Zealander Almaze K will see the line complete. Huge crowd, one of the best I've seen in recent years here. Fine weather, fast track, cool wind coming in from the west. And Almaze K, the New Zealander, moves up. And they're all in the barrier stall, set to go. Starter Bill Dale climbs his stand, has the button. One of them rearing wide out. Be away at any moment. Racing in the slipper, and Strategic jumped brilliantly from a wide alley, so did Almaze K, and Millrich is hunting up looking for the lead, and Shaded is going with it, followed by Tuscany Flyer and Zephyrs. Strategic getting back is very wide out. Through on the inside goes Zedrich, and Daney Boy is making up ground. At the head of the others, Kidman's Cove, and then Ravada and Exclusive Halo. Strategic has got back a little worse than midfield, a length and a half further back, Rustic Lady, and then comes Flying Spur, 2 lengths Octagonal. Octagonal. Second last in the field is Principality, and at the tail Furicao. 500 left to go, and Shaded is the leader. A half length on Our Maze K. A length away third is Daney Boy, followed by Zephyrs. Millrich on the inside from Kidman's Cove, and Strategic is the widest runner. They straighten up 400 out on the New Zealander. Our Maze K swept to the lead for Mick Dittman. Shane Dye aboard Millrich going after Our Maze K. A length away third, Zedrich getting into the open. Flying Spur is running home well, and then Octagonal. Strategic is next. Our Maze K in front, 100 to go. Millrich and his Flying Spur, and Octagonal is flying. Flying Spur hits the lead. Flying Spur beat Octagonal. Photo third, Our Maze K or Millrich, followed by Zedrich, and then Strategic. A break then to Principality and Exclusive Halo, followed by Ravada. Further back in the field, Kidman's Cove, Furicao, Zephyrs, Tuscany Flyer, Rustic Lady Shaded, and Daney Boy back at the tail.
Super Tab number 6, Flying Spur, $11 the win, $3.30 the place. For second, number 3, Octagonal, to pay $1.15. Those for third, 2 Our Maze K, $1.75. 15 Millrich, $1.65.
Flying Spur, ridden by Glenn Boss, who picked up the ride last night when Jim Cassidy was sidelined, and Glenn, in his most enjoyable moment, has taken the Golden Slipper Stakes in no mean fashion, and it was an elated Glenn Boss. Shortly past the post, raising his hand, and Flying Spur, another training triumph for Lee Friedman, and Flying Spur has paid $22 for the win and $6.20 for the place. Octagonal would be second, and Our Maze, what was the tuner for third? Our Maze K or Millrich. But the numbers are not semaphored. Flying Spur, trained by Lee Friedman, and is by Dane Hill, who sired the winner of the 1994 Slipper Dan Zero from Rolls, raced by the Arrowfield Group, managed by John Massara, with Ms. Dams, R. Coleman, K.L. Massara, E. Bird and R. Smythe Kirk. And there's the number. Number 6 is first, and that is Flying Spur at $22 upwards and $6.20. Number 3 is second. Octagonal has paid $2.40, and the judge has called on a developed print for third. He can't split 2 Our Maze K at $3.60, and 15 Millrich starting on the tote at $2.70, and number 15 is third, and that is Millrich out wide, ridden by Shane Dye. So 6, 3 and 15 are the placings. Flying Spur, ridden by Glenn Boss. Number 3, Octagonal, second by Zabeel from 8 Carat, trained by John Hawkes and ridden by Grant Cooksley. And number 15 in the third spot, Millrich by Rubiton from Milrani, prepared by Bob Thompson, ridden by Shane Dye. The official fourth was number 2, Our Maze K. Number 2, Our Maze K ran fourth. Number one was officially fifth in the race, and that was Strategic. By gee, I tell you what, the alley certainly didn't help him today. He jumped very, very well, but he was never, I would venture to say he was never closer than 6 to the inside rail at any stage. Half a neck, 1 length. The margins are half a neck by 1 length. The time was 1:10.21. 1:10.21. The last 600 took 35.18. 35.18. The record held by Bint Masquet at 18.88. And Lee Friedman has now trained the winner of the last 3 Golden Slippers. Bint Masquet 93, Mick Dittman, Dan Zero 94, Greg Hall, and now Flying Spur 95, ridden by Glenn Boss. And do you think that Glenn Boss is excited, standing in the saddle, waving to the crowd, and his finest moment? Glenn, of course, a Queenslander that forsook the racing up north to try the big smoke here in Sydney. I tell you what, he hasn't looked back, and well, we've got to spare a thought for J.A. Cassidy. Well, such is the luck of the game. So 6, 3, 15, 2 and 1. A big run by the second horse, Octagonal, but let's take nothing from Flying Spur. Now, Rod, we've got a stack of information.
Toads firstly on...
OK, we'll have a look at race number 471.50.
Crestonate wasn't all that flash away. Lard Poundage straight out the back, and Lucy Rowe away with Scarlet Crown. Bouverie Miss began quickly, and after just missing the start slightly, Procrastinate hunts up with Maggie's Day, and a great surge for the lead. Juggerwin easing back behind them. Physical Pearl the inside from Bella Serrata, a half-length Stockwell Poetess. Solo Show getting out of its ground with Raw Mistress, well back Bondi, Sparkling Fun, and last of all Griny Pet just in front of Lard Poundage. The leader Procrastinate going quickly after dwelling at the start, leads by a length Maggie's Day. As they run to the turnover on the inside, Lucy Rowe and Bouverie Miss, and there's another one racing up on the outside of the leaders. A length and a half to Physical Pearl as they come to the turn, then Juggerwin. Maggie's Day was the one out deep, and they've broken right away from Stockwell Poetess. Bella Serrata winding up, and Raw Mistress 400 out. Procrastinate by a length and a half. Second placing at the moment held down now by Lucy Rowe, going up very quickly on the outside. Scarlet Crown and Bouverie Miss winding up with Juggerwin. Maggie's Day, the leader Lucy Rowe at the 200 metre mark. Bouverie Miss on the outside. Physical Pearl getting through with Juggerwin. Lucy Rowe in front. Bouverie Miss coming out at the outside, but Lucy Rowe in front, and Lucy Rowe wins by just on a length. Two Bouverie Miss and Juggerwin, then came Procrastinate, Maggie's Day. Physical Pearl, Raw Mistress, back behind it Bella Serrata. Bondi never got in the race with Griny Pet, Stockwell Poetess. Then Lard Poundage, Scarlet Crown, Sparkling Fun, and Solo Show has run last.
Double to pay $339.70.
And the win in place, number 10, Lucy Rowe, $19.40 for the win and $5.20 for the place. 5 Bouverie Mist at $2.40. Number 9, Juggerwin, $6.40. Riding change in the last year at Rosehill. Number 8, Welsh Miner is Corey Brown. C. Brown replacing Patrick Payne, race 8. Number 8, Welsh Miner.
OK, race number 7, Sandown. Number 10, the winner there, Lucy Rowe, to return for the win on the Super Tab. $10.75 for the win, and for the place $3.55. Number 5 Bouverie Miss to pay $1.15, and 9 Juggerwin to pay $2.45.
First, Lucy Rowe, ridden by Brett Preble. Mr. C from Steal My Thunder. Robin Yvonne Crabtree, the owners. John Marr, the trainer. Second placing to number 9 Juggerwin on the inside, ridden by Nashua Willer. And third placing going to number 5.
At Newcastle.
OK, we've got Sydney Totes. Race 7, Rosehill, the Golden Slipper, $6.35. Number 6, Flying Spur, for 50 cents on the Super Tab, $11 even for the win and $3.30 for the place. Second to 3 Octagonal return $1.15, and third to number 15 Mill Rich paid $1.65. The Quinella $27.85. Trifecta paid $553.55. The next double on the numbers 1 and 6 paid $28.70, and the daily doubles today in Sydney, 16 and 6 paid $92.10, and 16 and 3 returned $27.25. That's race number 7, the Golden Slipper.